Another Makita review, another impact driver review, and what the fuck? Hi guys, bit of an oddball Makita tool review today because this one has one of these. I know, what the hell? Who thought they still have tools with cords on them? Now I don't really understand this tool. It's an impact driver, okay? Fair enough, impact driver. It's brushed. It has a cord. Now, granted, it is a fairly old model. This is still brand new. They still sell these. It's been discontinued, but this was a fresh one from Makita. So, why is my question? Why, in an age where battery tools were already dominant, why would you make a corded impact driver? In my opinion, an impact driver is one of the most handy tools to have cordless. You know, you just grab it and go. So why would they make this? Is it because with power you can have more power? Well, no, because this has been superseded by a battery tool. The battery tool that Makita says replaced this is this, a 12 volt Makita impact driver. This has 110 Newton meters of fastening force. This has 100. Why on earth would you buy a tool with a cord that is less powerful than a battery tool? I don't get it. So what are the other reasons you might buy this thing? So maybe you don't have any Makita battery tools and you just need an impact driver, and so you don't want to invest in a tool platform with new batteries and everything. You just want one tool, so you buy an impact driver with a cord. But if you're only going to buy the one tool, why buy a Makita one? Why not buy some cheap branded battery one? Because this thing doesn't have any power anyway. It only has the power equivalent to a cheap battery one. So I just don't get the marketing behind such a tool, or any advantage. Is it lighter than the 12 volt one? No. A little bit heavier, I'd say, the corded one than the battery one. Also, notice the colour difference. What happened there? Where's the quality control? This is a very pale teal, and this is almost blue, this powered one. Interesting. And the teal on this one is like way off. So anyway, we'll compare these three. Corded, 12 volt equivalent, and the 18 volt granddaddy. And we'll see how they go against each other, just driving a few small screws. But I just really don't get it. Also, look at the size of it. It's much bigger than the cordless version. It has a light. It doesn't have a one-handed chuck. This is metal. This is plastic. And look, it looks like it just pulls straight off. Why don't they leave it like that? So you can see it. A real impact driver part of it, which is pretty small. Yeah, I don't get it. It's got forward and reverse, brushed. You can hook a clip on it. I don't know what you're really going to hang it on, seeing that it comes with a cord. You can just let it go. It ain't going anywhere because it's going to catch on the cord. So would this be an advantage anywhere? In a workshop situation, you can have it plugged in, so you don't have to change batteries if you're just fastening screws all day. Very weak screws, small screws. It's not going to do anything too big. So if you're fastening screws all day, yeah, maybe you won't have to change batteries. But still, it's a disadvantage having a cord these days. Come on, they get in the way, they knock things over, catch on things. Why not just have a battery one with a spare battery? I don't get it. Now I know some of you are already furiously typing away in the comments, but anyway, let's test them out, and we'll just see how good it is, what it sounds like, and how a tool with a cord works. Wow. Now she's a fairly girthy cord, feels quite nice, but It is only 90 degrees, and it says it's only 2 core, so it's got 3 prongs on the plug. It's got an earth prong, but doesn't have any wire connected to it, so maybe that's why they've got plastic on here and not exposed metal. Jeez, it's like a fan. A lot of wind. Doesn't go in. Got to pull its ring back. If you've watched my channel before, you'll probably know that my go-to for testing tools is the medium of a 14 gauge batten screw, 100mm long. No pilot hole, straight into dry treated pine. Let's go. Well, hopefully there's some brushes left after all that. Can I get it out? Doesn't have a brake either. And single speed. Okay, we'll do the same test with the 12 volt. 3, 2, 1. Well, pretty similar, maybe slightly worse than the corded. Not quite sure, I'll have to review it on the video like the rest of you. Let's take it out. Okay, now the big fella. 3, 2, 1. I think we have a winner. Right, so here's a task that this thing's probably a bit more suited to. 8 gauge, 32mm. Oh, looks rather bent. It is. We'll get rid of that one. 8 gauge, 32mm screws, and look, caught around the bloody clamp. Oh, look at that, nailed it. I don't like that it doesn't stop when you take your finger off the trigger. Using an old school drill to put in screws. And because it keeps spinning, it makes tasks longer because you go like that to put the bit in. and it's still spinning around. I don't like it. I just don't see the point. What a negative video this is. And now I'm going to get some abuse. Light's good. Don't know if it actually lights up where I'm pointing, because I've got too many other lights in here going. And you may not be old enough to remember, but like when cordless tools first started coming out, and they kind of looked like electric tools that they try to work out where they could shove a battery on. Whereas this kind of looks like a battery tool that they've shoved a cord in the bottom of. So if you can think of a use for an electric impact driver with very little power, please put it in the comments below. And you never know, I might just send it to you. Because I certainly don't need it. Oh, might have a couple of scratches on it. Do you want to know the specs and stuff? She's the TD0101F. It's 230 watts. 230 watts. Wow. Spin them things at up to 3,600 and it hammers away at up to 3,200. Yet, probably only rated for about, let's see how it does with a 75mm screw, eh? 75mm batten, 14 gauge. How long will that take? No hole drilled first. Tell you what, it's no quieter for being corded, that's for sure. It does have an advantage over the cordless one. Glow in the dark ring. Ooh yeah. 10 gauge 65mm. Ooh, she's getting pretty hot. Did that okay. 12 gauge 50mm. Did that alright. Okay, so just don't try and drive any 14 gauge stuff. Okay, I don't know what else to say about that, guys. Leave your comments below. Maybe I'll send it your way. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that. I'll see you on the next one. Plenty more Makita stuff coming up. Stuff without cords. So stay tuned for that. Okay, cool. If you haven't checked out the other channel, check it out up in the corner up there. It has a lot of oddball stuff, short little videos, and stuff that doesn't quite make it to this channel. Then again, this video might not make it to this channel, in which case the statement won't make any sense. See you.